Hi everyone, welcome to the first live stream for 2022. So sorry for a couple minute delay. I was gathering up all of my things for today's card and I just wanted to have everything more like at my fingertips before I started. So welcome. So sorry to, or not sorry, hello. So happy to see all of you in the chat. This is like the first little bit of crafting I've done in the new year. So I'm a little, what's the word? Rough. So hello. So happy to be back. So today's card has some elements in it that are with die cutting, but most of it's going to be in really simple watercolor, including creating a really simple polka dot watercolor background. So let's jump into it. The watercolor paper I'm going to be using today is from Strathmore, and I'm going to need a couple sheets. So I'm going to go ahead and just get those out now. So for the first background, the very simple polka dot, you're going to want to find something that has a smallish, but maybe largish circle that you can trace. So I'm going to use a cap of a glue stick. It's just about the perfect size. And I just realized I have like paint all over my hand. Sorry, guys. So this lid is going to be just the right polka dot. If you have a large polka dot stencil or anything like that, that would be a great thing to trace as well. So I'm going to use this cap and just trace really lightly around the outside edge to get a circle. And in order to make your polka dots look a little bit more uniform or not quite so crazy, you're actually going to do them in a diagonal going down in like a row or a column, I should say. So I'm going to go ahead and trace all of the circles. This really helps me when I'm placing dots. Okay, so now that I have that first kind of diagonal line of dots, now I'm going to come in right next to it and kind of nestle in there. And I'm going to go to the next row. All right. And I can tell from up here there'd be just a little bit of a dot hanging off the end. So I just put that up there. So I'm going to continue on. I'm going to nestle another circle in between those. And down here. And then I'll do one up in this top corner. And you'll notice that now I've kind of got a row going this direction and a row going this direction and a row going that direction. But I've also got the ones going down at a diagonal. So this is just a kind of maybe a little method to the madness, I guess I could say. The dots, it's not going to be absolutely perfect, but when I do it this way, it gives me a little bit of direction so that the circles are all fairly evenly spaced. All right, so when it comes to using drawing gum, it can be very, very sticky and it can actually ruin your brushes if you're not careful. So what I do, and I've done this with multiple brushes and it saves them from getting ruined. Before you go into the drawing gum, you take your brush and you put a little bit of liquid dish soap or even hand soap. I usually use hand soap because that's what's at my sink. A little bit of hand soap and kind of massage it into the bristles of the brush and rinse it really quickly. You don't want to rinse all of the soap out. You want to have some of the soap in the bristles because that's what causes the drawing gum to like not stick to the bristles. So I'm going to go over to my sink and I'm going to do just that. I want the polka dots to stay white, so that is what I'm going to paint with the drawing gum. And the thinner the coat of drawing gum, the better. Because I find that if it's a really thick coat, it tends to, for some reason, just really stick to the paper. And then it doesn't want to pull up later. And that's when you're going to have a problem. So the drawing gum has to dry completely before we can paint over it. Everything you do with drawing gum, you have to let everything dry. So your paper has to be completely dry when you apply it. The drawing gum has to be completely dry when you start painting, and your painting has to be dry before you remove the drawing gum. So just remember, you only handle the drawing gum when everything is dry, right? You can use your fingertips to peel up the drawing gum. It's like not a big deal. I love these polka dots already. And this is why you want a thin layer of drying gum, or liquid masking fluid or whatever you're using, because if it's a very thin layer, it pulls up so easily. And then I can die cut the heart at the same time. And I can just go right across like that. And it's going to hold both dies in place. Okay. Very carefully peel up the tape. Oh, I have a cute polka dot heart to use now. How cute. Okay, so this is Kathy Zielski's or CZ Designs Chunky Love You. And I am going to still use the gold because I think it'll look really, really neat. I think this is going to work excellently. Okay, I'm going to use some liquid glue, if I can find it. Here it is, from Honeybee. And I'm just putting liquid glue around the outside of that heart, and I'll just do a little squiggle of glue on the corners as well. And then adhere this down. Okay, now I'm ready for my foam adhesive. And the way I like to do foam adhesive for shakers, this is nothing new to those of you who've been watching my shaker videos for a while. I take a strip of foam tape and I fold it in half on itself. And it makes the foam the perfect depth for all the shaker bits. Otherwise, it would be a little bit too thin and it wouldn't allow all the sequins and things to move around. So I'm going to cut this in half. It'll just give me a better chance to kind of manipulate the foam around the curves of the heart. You can do the same method if you're doing a circle shaker window. It works great. So then you take the release paper off one side, and then you take the release paper from the other side. And then now this can bend all directions. So you can bend it around the shape of the heart. I find this gives me the absolute best shaker because there aren't any points, you know, that are any gaps where the shaker bits could come out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and peel the release paper from these just because I don't want to have to deal with, you know, accidentally bumping it and sequins coming out. So I want to do this before I put the sequins in. So this is how I'm storing my sequins now. This is a bead storage tray that you can get on Amazon. And I've just put all of them in here and then I label it. So we just need to pick something that's going to look really cute. This one, Berry Delight. Okay, yeah, that one still has some punches of green, but okay, I think that's going to be the winner. Okay. And I want it to be super sparkly. I'm pressing all of that down. Oh, hello, it's right here. Okay, so, okay. And then my black card base. Oh, that's fun. Okay. And then do I want to do that right over the top? I'm just adding dabs of glue to, you know, like mostly the corners. Go right there. Oh, so cute. And I feel like I want to add like a sentiment strip like right underneath. So I'm going to come look through my sentiment strip stash using this Thinking of You. And all right, and then a little trick to make it look like it's like a stamp sentiment is to take a black brush tip marker and you color the edges. So you see how that side has white? Just color it, and then it looks like you've used black cardstock and there's somehow this really crisp white sentiment on it. I love it. Here's the finished card for today. Thank you for joining us, me and Daphne, for today's card for day one of the Valentine's Day card series for 2022. I'll be back on Friday with a follow-up to my craft room tour. I'm going to answer the most frequent questions from that video, so you won't want to miss it. So come back on Friday to catch that. And then on Monday, I'll be back creating more Valentine's Day cards for you. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in another video very soon.